Has the most exciting, controversial Japanese group become too predictable? Let's find out. Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where it's time to look at BiSH's new song Stacking, accompanied itself by quite a striking and fun video. Now, I will be clear by saying that I certainly got a great deal of enjoyment from this song, but I should also say that I realised from early on in the first listen that there wasn't going to be much in the way of surprises in this otherwise rip-roaring single. Our Discord community long ago in my BiSH adventure told me that my constant attempt to describe the BiSH writing style, also somewhat prevalent in the songs of other whack artists, is best reduced simply to the word KENTACORE, a style that takes its name and features from the Whack Artist Factory's chief writer and is marked by a wall of sound approach that often balances soaring cinematic strings with rock band underpinnings, a sound that joyfully pushes its singers into grand swooping melodies whilst also delighting in head-banging pace and the quick rotation of its members' lines. This results in some amazing songs that are both energetic and emotionally impactful, but a quick Google search shows that some fans find it a bit too ubiquitous in whack songs, and certainly the new song Stacking is pretty safely within a well-trodden whack formula. But oh, you surely protest to me, have my comments about BiSH not always been marked by how they are the most exciting band to hear new releases from? Haven't I always said how you never know what each song will be when it comes out? Well, this is true, dear attentive listener. From delicate ballads to distorted punk screams, from feel-good karaoke pieces to venomous brooding, BiSH have achieved a lot of range. But see, their body of work seems to be split in two. There's a bundle of more predictable songs that use the KENTACORE set of sounds and melodic structures. These also often seem to be singles that carry the band's flag in popular media and grab our attention on release days. But this doesn't stop them also having that second bunch of songs where they just seem to go for anything, don't really care what will be considered normal. They are an all-title group after all, and often absolutely nail everything they try. This is why I initially had little to say about the rather familiar sounding Stacking as its own song when it just came out. I mean, it is a really great song. I enjoyed it hugely as something of a BiSH fan myself. I played it on repeat and it filled me with a positive energy, but I could easily swap it out for about 5 other BiSH songs off the top of my head and get the same result. So what to make of this? Well, I would say the answer is actually pretty simply based on context. If you're enough of a fan to be into the band's music, you will have a wide array of their songs already to hand and shouldn't be overly concerned with another single of rather familiar tendencies. Yeah, I know we want our favourite bands to produce singles we can be super vocal about when they come out, or that can shake things up in a way that shocks and surprises, but singles are always going to be record company bureaucracy territory. If a type of single has worked commercially for an artist previously, that is what their record company will try to seek out in their output so as to hoist up as the single and or music video moving forwards. So I think more diehard fans tend to look forward to the album releases more than the singles, as this is an area that BiSH, as well as other groups, often deliver on very well and really shows their true personality. Now, for a casual listener, however, at least this kind of song is more likely to make it to them through media than something totally bonkers. After all, just as the record company will preference certain more made-for-the-masses sounds, I guess you could say, so will radio, TV, advertisers, and other corporate interests who can get the music out there. It may also be wise at this point to highlight that it's only when you already have a unique sound that people see it as negative to repeat it too much. And that should be seen as a compliment in of itself. I mean, folks will complain, say the Nakata Yasutaka always uses similar synth sounds for Kyari Pami Pami and Perfume, but they would be unlikely to blame Metallica for the guitar almost always being distorted in every single one of their songs. Thus, people will see KENTACORE as mostly using the same song structures before, say, they notice that most of those beloved Disney songs pretty much do the same thing too. Often people are not aware that what they are disliking is not actually repetition, but just the repetition of elements that they have noticed themselves and are not used to expecting to be a staple in every song. We know what we like to have as being a familiar sound and what we don't like to hear over and over again. but it changes for every person. So, to be fair, Stacking is pretty much BiSH by the numbers, and it's a great song as a result. It will perhaps find its way into a playlist for me rather than intensive repeat listening, and it has encouraged me to focus more on album reviews, perhaps of BiSH in future, rather than singles, but there is nothing wrong with an artist having a core sound that they occasionally go back to. Fans can enjoy the ladies leaning into that big BiSH sound and how well the group delivers their performances, a growth on what fans already like, to be perfectly fair, and non-fans will hopefully follow this down the rabbit hole and find more variations sprouting out from this already steady core sound. So a safe single? Yes. But that'll do me fine whilst I wait for the next album, to be fair. So anyway, what is my metaphor for stacking today? Well, BiSH's Stacking is an open, empty road. There are many like it, yes, but when you're on it, you don't care about that. You just enjoy that one you're on and the experience. So there you go, and I look forward to seeing your comments on this video because all opinions about music are subjective after all, so share yours and let's get this conversation started. A big thank you to anyone who likes or subscribes or follows any of the social medias linked in the description below. An even bigger thank you to our Patreons who of course keep this channel running because no adverts, we're not monetized. And a final special thank you to you for making it through to the end of this video. So until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these, for now, ciao ciao.